Hey guys, it's Roscoe Dante here, making YouTube growth simple and easier to understand. Before I get into it, if you're someone who's trying to grow on YouTube, consider subscribing to the channel. I have plenty of content on the way that will help you do just that. Now, a common problem when it comes to people who are new to making videos is getting comfortable with their voice. Believe me, I understand where you all are coming from. To cringe and yell out every time you hear your voice through an echo over the phone or through the playback of a video, you just can't stand it. I've been there, and it took me a while to get comfortable with my voice. The voice that you hear now is my voice without any effects applied to it. Now, the voice that you hear may not sound bad, but long ago, I could not stand the sound of my voice. And my voice didn't change all too much over the past year or two. With all of that being said, I hope that by the end of this video, you will get the insight that you need in order to feel more comfortable with your voice. First and foremost, you need to be able to listen to your voice and not cringe, not yell out, not do any of those things that I listed before. When it comes to feeling uncomfortable with your voice, it's a mental thing. You think to yourself that you sound so terrible. But I've been in the position of talking to people and they would tell me the exact opposite. It blew my mind because I thought my voice was so terrible. To me, it actually sounded bad. That problem exists because when you hear your voice when you're talking, that's a different perspective than how your voice sounds to other people. I know it sounds weird, but you sound different to other people when you talk. I've spoken to people, friends of mine, who had that very same problem. They couldn't stand the sound of their voice either. And I reassured them that there was nothing wrong with their voice. And I'm someone who watches YouTube videos all the time. To say the least, I know how a good voice sounds like. I know how a normal voice sounds like. Upon realizing that this person had the same issue as I did, I realized then and there that it's all about perception. It's kind of like the old saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. It's the same thing when it comes to your voice. You have to get into the position of being able to hear your voice over and over again and feeling comfortable with doing so. When you edit videos, believe me, you'll get into that mindset because you'll have to hear your voice over and over again. Secondly, you have to work on your delivery. One problem that I wasn't aware of until I got constructive criticism is that my delivery was absolutely terrible. When I made my very first video, I sounded so deadpan, so devoid of emotion. I sounded as if I was angry and that I was just yelling into the microphone. And I didn't want the video to come across as that. I was talking as if I just had no experience talking within a mic. It sounded as if I had just woken up. You don't want to sound like that. Chances are you may have that same issue. You may have to work on your delivery and the way that you say things. Now, you may ask yourself, how do I know if my delivery is bad? For one, you can go about seeking constructive criticism just like I did. Ask a friend to watch your video, a family member, someone on the internet that you don't even know. Send them a link to it and ask them how they feel about it. Ask them how you sound over the video. Do you sound natural? Do you sound forced? Does it sound bad? Does it sound good? Secondly, find a content creator within your niche and take inspiration from them. Find the people who are within your niche, who are already doing the things that you want to do, and take inspiration. Depending on what kind of videos that you plan on making, your delivery may come across differently than mine. In my videos, I try to sound natural, but I also try to sound professional. And that's because I'm sharing information and teaching people things that they don't know. Last but not least, you want to consider what type of equipment that you'll be using as well. When I first started out, all I could afford was a USB microphone. And I had it for maybe about a year or two before upgrading to a condenser microphone. I was able to save up for the microphone that I have now, and I've been having it ever since. I've had this microphone for about 2 years now, and the quality of it is something that still impresses me to this day. Depending on what type of microphone that you have, your voice may not sound as good as it can be. Now, depending on what type of condenser microphone you're looking at, it may be a little bit pricey, but one thing that I did was do research beforehand. On YouTube, there's plenty of videos telling you what are some inexpensive microphones to buy. And in many cases in these videos, they actually show you the quality of the microphone as they're talking. With a USB microphone like a Blue Yeti or a CAD U37, you're not going to get the best audio quality. I'm not going to get into the specifics because I'm not the best with explaining audio, but it's not going to deliver the same quality as using a condenser microphone. Depending on the type of videos that you're making, you may not even need a condenser microphone. If you, for example, have a gaming channel, you may not even need a condenser microphone. A Blue Yeti would be fine. But if you have a YouTube channel centered around taxes or YouTube growth, you may want to upgrade to a condenser microphone. It just depends on you, the channel that you have, and whether or not you want to make that investment. I hope you all were able to take something away from this video. If you were, make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. With all of that being said, I'll see you all in the next video.